Welcome to Nerdaties. Bitches.
No topic is too absurd. That means no statements new asinine. That means you're listening to Nerdy Jersey's finest. That's right, we are Nerdaties. Hi, everyone. I am Mike.
I am Justin eating watermelon.
We don't have a Kyle right now, but we do have a...
We have a Joe, and you could see us, too.
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah. Justin can see a lot better. Oh, we don't have a Vinny either. Shit's weird. But Justin has glasses, and we look nerdier than ever now.
Yes.
Maximum
Nerd.
effort.
I'm not going to lie. I'd fuck me even more than I already do.
Mm-hmm. They say smart is sexy.
I got the whole beard thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nice flop of hair.
Just think about it. Like 15 years from now, when it's all white and you have it like manicured, you can be in Silver Fox territory.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm partway there. I mean, look at this thing coming in.
So
much,
I got this one right here.
so much white. A little patch. And I got the Reed Richards going on. It's coming in hardcore.
That's not light, kids.
No.
That's gray hair on the side.
That's glistening.
Have children. Accelerate the process.
That's why I don't have bags. That's why I have a minimal amount of gray, and it's taking its time. I want to talk about this one little thing. It's not a huge moment for me, but like we've all seen lists from Ranker, right?
Yes.
On Facebook, and they're fucking annoying, right? They're kind of they'll drag you in with interesting concepts and then fuck it up hardcore. Well, I don't usually comment on things, but they put something up the other day that it just annoyed the piss out of me. 8 actors who tried to become action stars and totally failed. And the meme they use as the image is, in 2010, Adrian Brody wanted to be an action star so bad, he got really buff and starred in a sequel to one of the greatest action movies ever made. It didn't work. Nobody saw the movie, and even fans of the franchise don't remember it. Now, you all know what we're talking about here, right?
Predator.
Are they going to say the alien?
Predators.
Predators?
Yeah. Could say Splice, but that was just fucked up on its own. Yeah.
I like that movie.
Everyone I've ever talked to likes it. Everyone I've ever talked to about it remembers it. So I was like, fuck these people. And I commented. I comment on nothing. Here's my verbatim. Quote, nobody saw a movie that did 4 times its budget. That's right. It was a $40 million movie that made $120 million. Even fans of the franchise don't remember it, though most people I've spoken to would have preferred a sequel to this over Shane Black eventually made. Whoever runs Ranker uses the most annoying clickbait tactics. I've gotten 87 likes on that statement.
That movie had one of the best twists.
2 of the best twists.
Yeah.
The Fishburne thing and the Topher Grace thing.
Nobody saw it coming. You didn't see it. You were kept wondering, why is he there? Why is he there?
Yeah. Oh, the Predators fucked up. They grabbed this random guy. Nope. It was pretty much the first movie, but turned on its head. Mm-hmm. That same 10 Little Indians thing, even though it's not PC to say, but fuck it. Everyone goes down slowly, but like multinational characters all have their own little intricacies. We had a fucking samurai fight a predator in that movie.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude.
Mm-hmm. Lawrence Fishburne playing batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. But I'm that, and the fact that every time you click on a Ranker link, you'll get halfway through it and it'll crap out and you have to reload it.
Uh-huh.
I'm so done with them. That was my moment this week, though. My moment of pride. That 87 people, as of right now, were like, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Ranker sucks.
Ranker does.
Really. And the thing that annoys me the most about them, I'm starting to realize, they recycle the same stories over and over again. They'll repost something every few days just to have content up there. Like I went to their page and I'm like, holy shit. Within the last 3 days, they've posted 30 things. And I've seen these stories before.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe we should do that. No. We have a modicum of integrity.
I will not stoop to that level.
I question their ranking process very much.
They have no ranking. The only good thing that comes out of them is occasionally they'll have like horror lists of stuff that I've never heard of before.
Or
I'm
some
like, oh,
shit you've never seen, right?
yeah, I gotta check that out. Like that's how I heard about The Endless, and The Endless is one of my favorite horror movies in decades. Has anybody else watched that yet? No, I don't think so. Mike Ranker says you should check that out. It's still on I think it's still on Tubi and the Prime. I watched a movie on Prime. We want to go directly into to reviews because there isn't much other than
one trailer.
Yeah, one trailer, one bit of casting, not even two bits of casting.
Might have
Roll
actually
through it.
casting.
David Arquette's supposed to be coming back for Scream 7,
How?
right? Right? Did they show how did he die in it was the last one, right? Was it like an obvious like cut in half or was it he slumped over kind of thing?
Very much a slumped over kind of thing.
All right, they're obviously bringing him back so he can have a moment with Matthew Lillard of some kind. But yeah, that and the rumor is
they're bringing him back because all of them are coming back.
Oh, Nev's coming back again?
Yeah, they had to bring her back because they fucked up the deal with the other
right.
lead chick.
That's right. They shit that bed completely.
Yeah.
All right. The only other thing I have for casting is a rumor that Jesse Plemons may be up for the role of Beast once the X-Men are established in the MCU.
I don't hate it.
I kind of like it. He's one of those guys who's played so many creeps over the years that you're like, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. And then he plays a good guy and does it so well. You're like, you know what? Yeah, this guy's just a really good actor.
Yeah.
He just embodies everyone he plays. And he just did way too good a job on Breaking Bad.
And then Hank McCoy is both those things.
Yeah. If they want to get into what Hank McCoy has become, at least in the Krakoan age, and we've said this many times, we want them to go Krakoa very quickly. The character's established. We've had two other guys play him over the years. Everyone knows who he is. He would be great to push the boundaries of who Hank McCoy is.
Yeah, and he can do both.
Yeah,
both
do
sides.
both very well. So that's all the casting I have.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's all the casting I have.
No, it's not.
Literally, that's only two things I have.
Bro, we have the casting for Snape that came up earlier in the week.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah. Well, seeing as I'm not a huge Potter fan, that barely trips my.
Yeah, I just gotta fucking find it.
While you're waiting, Keegan-Michael Key is going to be in the next season of Only Murders as a series regular.
Oh shit! I do enjoy him.
Still waiting for him to pop up in something Jordan Peele does, like in one of his movies in some way, shape, or form. Surprised. They obviously haven't broken up as friends, but they're just like, all right, the show's over. I'm gonna go do my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go do my thing. All right, catch you around. And they'll do like interviews and shit every once in a while together.
Oh, is that gone? Is that not confirmed now?
What, the dude who's Snape?
Yeah.
That got pulled?
The article got pulled out of our feed, so.
What was the source on that?
It was Variety.
That is a pretty reliable one. I'm seeing a Papa Pepa Asidu. I don't know him. There's just one thing on Reddit. You can trust Reddit.
See, they're walking it back to just rumors now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess they put it out there for a feeler. And of course, the internet being the internet, did not want to have it.
I think we can all agree it's an odd choice to go that big of a change. And especially because isn't Snape supposed to be an ugly looking dude?
Let's not fucking tiptoe around this. What do you mean by odd choice, Michael?
To change the race of a character like that. It's always an odd choice to me. Here's
the thing. I've read all the books.
Mm-hmm.
She does not go into detail of skin color on these characters.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, in an interview, she had stated that Hermione was not meant to be white.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't
Now,
hold these two.
my problem is not that they changed the race. My problem is that motherfucker could give me detention any day.
Yeah, he's got a little Yahya Abdul Mateen thing going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, Professor Snape.
Yeah, he's definitely too pretty.
Well, he's an attractive man.
Wasn't that a part of the gripe, the mild gripe people had with Rickman, that Snape is supposed to be off-putting to the eyes?
Not supposed to be like fucking butt ugly. I think Rickman was a great choice for him. He had the crook nose, you know. Yeah, it's an odd-looking man.
Yeah,
especially with that wig. Like, they did fine with that. If you're going to cast someone to play Severus Snape, I'm not saying he got to be ugly, but he can't look like all the bitches in that school are gonna be like, tell me more.
Like, it's going to turn into a Sting song. He's going to be telling him, "Don't stand so close to me."
Yeah.
Don't float so close to me.
Young
Don't touch my wand.
professor, the student, her last name Granger.
Was there other casting?
No, that was it, bro.
Okay, cool. There's only one trailer that I can think of.
What a fucking trailer.
I will give them a golf clap.
He deserved it.
They are upping their game. The makers of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and all of these, hey, look, it's public domain horror movies. They're putting the budge in now. Because Bambi the Reckoning doesn't look like complete dog shit.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I'm still going to go see Death of a Unicorn over this. Like, I'm literally looking forward to seeing that movie more and more. I'm going to see that in the theaters.
Yeah.
But I might catch this when it comes on. I'm going to say Tubi. It's probably coming
Peacock.
to Tubi. Oh, it's a cock?
They have the deal with Peacock because Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2, which I recommend watching the second one and skipping the first one.
Yeah, most student films aren't that great.
Yeah. But this looks pretty fun.
Yeah, at least the look of Bambi is interesting. Very demonic. It seemed pretty generic as far as the kills go. It looks like they gave away too much in that regard. That you see him decapitate someone with his antlers.
Yeah.
So I'd prefer a little bit more ambiguity.
But who knows what else is in fucking store?
Yeah, they're gonna have to push the envelope with this concept. So it might be worth it
if they can get his woodland critter buddies in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. If they have their own viciousness to them, like Thumper. What if there's a giant Thumper and he like crushes people's heads with his
fucking
Yeah. Flower. Oh, Flower like squirts on people and it's like acidic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential there.
See?
All right. This could not be a shit show. That's good. I can live with that now. So like I was saying before, okay, I'm going to pull a Vinny right now. I'm going to give a review on a 30-year-old movie.
Fine.
Who here has seen Prince of Darkness? It's a John Carpenter movie from 1987. Came out. It was his movie right after Big Trouble in Little China.
Who's in it?
I'm going to have to go directly to the page. It's a lot of the same people from Big Trouble.
Donald Pleasance, Victor Wong. Looking at names. Susan Blanchard. Alice Cooper's in it.
Yes, he is. It's the guy who played Wang in Big Trouble in Little China, Dennis Dunn.
I can't remember if I've watched this or if I've what's it on right now, because maybe I stumbled upon it.
It's on Prime.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably because I recently went by it.
It might be Carpenter's best horror movie ever.
Really?
Yeah. I've only seen it prior to yesterday on broadcast TV. So, cropped down. edited for TV, and I caught it like halfway through. The premise was interesting. What I saw at that point, a bunch of scientists go to an old church and they're tasked with figuring out what the fuck's going on with this green amorphous shit in a giant cask and a giant tube that's swirling around giving off weird energy. Donald Pleasance plays a priest who found out about it because this was hidden by the church. This was hidden from the church. And you slowly start to realize this might be Satan. It might be the devil incarnate coming back to life. But the point of the whole thing, though, what's really great about the story is it plays science off of theology, but not in a classic, you're full of shit. No, you're full of shit. We have all the answers. No, we have all the answers. It's the theologians, led by Donald Pleasance, being like, we need science's help with this shit. And the scientists being like, all right, we're not going to completely discredit the theological aspect of this, but we need info. And it's that slow burn tension that Carpenter is really good at with a giant, well, not a giant, with a pretty strong ensemble cast of like 12 people stuck in this building. And then homeless folks start showing up that are completely devoid of emotion and surround the place. And it becomes this kind of hostage situation almost, where no one outside of the situation knows about it. And they're stuck dealing with this thing that's getting crazier and crazier. So it's kind of the Thing without the snowy environment, but maybe better because it doesn't rely on the gross out visual effects as much as the tension of these people in the situation. Fucking excellent. Totally worth checking out. It's one of those ones that I watched once as a kid, like I said, part of it, and was like, all right, this is kind of cool. I don't know everything that's going on here, but when you check it out from front to back, it works so well. The dialogue is great. Some of the performances aren't. There's one or two people in there who probably should have been recast.
Yeah.
But fucking that classic Carpenter music drives this thing perfectly. Synth with a bit of bass in there. It's They Live. It's The Thing, but in a emotionally it's similar to them, but its own situation. Totally worth checking out. Anyone else have any reviews before we get into the big bad?
I does.
I binged. Well, I could set up the big bad, but I'll
Yeah.
go before we talk about that.
Watch Sonic 3.
Oh. I meant to check that out whilst I was still living in the apartment and never had a good opportunity.
It's good.
It looks good. It looks fun. I mean, they have not fucked up the first two.
They haven't.
They
just
figured out the formula.
perfect. Oh, and seeing Jim Carrey play against Jim Carrey, man, so fucking funny.
The scene partner he was always meant to have.
Yeah, dude, it's great. Season 3 of Reacher continues to be Reacher in all of its Reachery goodness.
Well, he's reaching around everywhere, right?
Cannot wait for him to don the bat suit. And I watched Gladiator 2.
Oh yeah, we were hoping to have Vinny's take on that as well.
Well, I mean, he did give a quick Vinny take, but I would have liked to have been able to play off of this. I will say this. It is a very good movie about Rome.
So the strengths are the environment.
And gladiatorial things and all that.
Okay.
It makes zero sense to me
Okay.
as a sequel to a movie that didn't need a sequel in the first place. Because if you took that away, like even if you just called it Gladiator 2, Lucius's story, right? Like, okay, they're just using the title for like title's sake, like they do with some movies, but we know this is a story of someone completely different. It would have been incredible. It's bogged down by trying to latch to the story of Maximus too much, which is unfortunate.
I don't mind if you spoil it. Is the kid supposed to be Maximus's son?
Yes.
Like he had a kid with who?
The other one.
With the woman from the.
Yes.
So he. Oh, all right. Sure.
So like, but he interacted with that kid in Gladiator. Young Lucius, the one who like asked him what about the lions on his armor and shit.
Wait a minute. It's supposed to be that kid.
That's his. So that's supposed to be his kid.
I I thought that was supposed to be his friend's son.
Right.
So the whole time in that movie, they were alluding to the fact that that's his kid, but they weren't.
Right.
Is this a retcon essentially?
Yes. Yes.
This
Yes.
pisses me off now. Like if it had been like when she went down to visit him in the slave quarter, she fucked him 25 years later, had a kid. That's iffy enough.
Okay.
That's like, all right, you snuck it in there in a scene we didn't see. You're telling us this whole time the guy who's supposed to be the king at this point, he's supposed to be emperor because Commodus died.
Yes.
He is now a gladiator because of.
Well, okay. So, do you want me to fucking?
I don't think I do because I don't know if I care about this
Yeah.
anymore. I really don't.
Okay. So, like, at the end of the first Gladiator, right? She sends that kid off.
Okay.
She's like, "You got to run away because they're gonna fucking kill you."
All right.
Right. So he goes. He fucks off. He has a life. He gets married. Right. They live in this village. Good times. Rome comes to fucking conquer it as they do.
It's very Roman of them.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal. They come. They take it. They kill his wife. He's not thrilled about it.
As you wouldn't.
Right.
And he's like, I want to fucking kill Pedro Pascal.
This is the way.
Right. Meanwhile, Pedro Pascal's shacked up with that chick, his mom.
Okay. So he's the emperor essentially?
No, he's not.
She's not empress, but she's still in a position of power.
Kinda.
Okay. The twin emperors, though, like
Yes.
Johnny Storm and the other guy looks like new Johnny Storm.
Yes.
Okay. They're running the show. All right.
Yeah. Right. You find out that like Pascal's tired of fucking conquering things. He's like, this is not the way that Rome was supposed to be, blah blah blah. He's very much a follower of the teachings of Maximus's
Marcus Aurelius.
yes.
Yes.
Right. So there's like a whole behind the scenes Senate trying to take fucking power back.
Is it like he served under Maximus?
I don't know if that was the case that he served under him or just like admired who he was.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got Denzel. Who's
Manipulative.
very much just Denzel.
Just Denzel and the shit out of this.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see. You're the emperor. All right. Mm-hmm.
After they take this village, of course they bring guys back for to be gladiators. Paul Mescal is his name, right? I think.
The lead?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that guy in anything else.
I enjoyed him.
Mm.
He gets hooked up with Denzel. He's like, "What do you want? I'm gonna get it for you." He's like, "But in return, you got to get me closer to power." And he's like, "How about every fucking Roman?" And he's like, "Well, I can't do that." He's like, "Well, let's start with a general." He's like, "Which one?" And he names Pascal. And like the whole thing comes together. I want to blow everything out of the water, but like shit happens. Then they realize who the fuck he is. Lucius. And stuff goes down. A lot of dying. But like it really was a shame that they had to try to glom on to the story of the first Gladiator. Like it's upsetting because it was a really good movie.
Yes, it was.
No, I meant like the second one too,
Oh.
not just the... in some aspects, the second one's a little bit better.
If it stood on its own feet, the story would be. That's surprising because the first one was so well done.
Yeah, no, very similar story, but also like
Tale of revenge told through a gladiator's eyes. Yeah.
right. This was more or less like this is what happens if Maximus ever got a little bit further up the chain.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's a good watch. Good
Maybe.
solid ass watch. I expected not to like it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a Ridley Scott movie. The man still knows how to make them.
I know, but like when we all saw it in the trailer, and they were like, playing 50 Cent in the club,
Yeah.
we were all like, no, this is not going to be good. Thankfully, they do not play any modern music in the movie.
Okay, so I can watch it.
You can absolutely watch it.
All right, good.
Actually, the score for the movie is really good.
As ever, who? It's got to be like Howard Shore, or
I
wait, who
just had it up.
was it? Zimmer who did the first one?
It is. There's no like needle drops. So
Soundtrack.
Harry Gregson Williams. I don't think I've ever heard of him. Well, he probably worked off the template of the first one
Right.
and then expanded from that.
Yeah, you're right. Zimmer did do the first one.
Yeah. Very distinct sound.
all right, Joseph.
So in preparation for
In true Joe fashion.
I don't know why I do know why because
I do want to hear what the fuck happened.
because I thought I wasn't impressed by the Defenders, and after the Defenders ended, I was just like,
I can
meh.
I can understand you having your feelings about the Defenders, right?
Yeah.
And
And
I
then not wanting to watch the other series.
Yeah.
I gave you my thoughts on why you and many other people had that reaction, but should have toned down the scope in which you wanted to see things.
It wasn't
Aside,
like
we're gonna push all that to the side
yes,
for a second.
but season 3.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
You watched the first 2 fucking seasons of Daredevil.
Yes, of course.
You didn't want more of that?
I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because season 3 was the best season of all 3, hands down.
Like it could when you said this, it like hurt my brain for a minute because I was like, but he watched the other seasons. Why didn't you just go and finish the 3rd season? Like,
I don't know.
You didn't even have to. Defenders really, like, it didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything.
No, like it teed up Matt to be in an incredible place at the end of it. Like he's stripped down.
Yeah.
He's thought dead. I remember wanting to know, holy shit, where are they going to put Matt?
Where'd
I
he
know
go?
the 3rd season's coming. I need to see this.
What happened?
And
Yeah.
I kicked myself for not watching it when it came out because man, that was a good season.
When you first dropped, I'm watching season 3. I was waiting for the again,
Nope.
and I was like, oh wow, he really like rage quit after fucking Defenders.
I did because with Defenders just nothing happened until the last 2
But
episodes.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have to go back and rewatch that, dude, because
I just rewatched parts of it recently. There's just as much pace in that series as there was in every other one they did. Because it gets actiony in the middle. You forget, like, they all go to that building, Midland Square, for their own reasons and have a massive fight scene. And then the episode after that is completely tense with them trying to make sure that Chinese restaurant doesn't get fucking destroyed because they showed up. But Daredevil season 3, more focused on Matt.
Matt. A lot of things. And then idiot me, was going to, I'm like, okay, all right, let me watch the next episode. And then I went from Nadim questioning Fisk to the sister's Matt's mom and all this stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm waiting for a flashback. I'm waiting for a flashback to happen. I'm waiting for a flashback. When the hell did all this happen? Oh shit. I skipped an episode. all this
Always the one you shouldn't skip.
all this stuff happens to Matt. And even Karen, like all her stuff and Foggy and Julie dying. I had no idea any of this shit happened. I'm waiting for flashbacks and it never came. And I'm like, oh shit.
Motherfucker.
I'm not...
Kind of a bummer watching something like that, because I knew going into it who Sister Mary was, or Sister Mary, right? Sister
Maggie.
I knew exactly who she was. I'd never read Born Again, but I knew Matt's history. I knew that his mom became a nun. So the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, all right, you're just waiting for them to say it. Like, they both know it, and you're just waiting for the words to come out.
The way that happened was so freaking good. Where she's praying and his revelation's like, I could hear you. I could hear you. Oh, okay. But yeah, the cinematography on that was also phenomenal. There were scenes, like little like snippets of it where you could just picture pages in the book. Just amazing.
The ascension and downfall of Bullseye.
Oh my god.
The final fight sequence in Fisk's apartment.
So good.
Yeah.
It was so good and ended so happy. And then
Yeah, it did.
Ended on an upswing, didn't it?
And
then like 5 years later, is it? Almost 8?
So, yes. Is it?
Yes.
It is 5 or 8 years later?
Yeah, they've said the time jump applies.
Yes.
It is that amount of time.
So, blip?
Well, it is part of the MCU, but I accept the fact that it's so far removed from the blip now. We are like 7 years removed that people aren't talking about it as much. It's
Okay.
less a topic of conversation. I think about it like 5 years after 9/11, we weren't talking about 9/11 as much.
When episode 1 starts,
yeah,
I think it's been enough time from the blip, but I think we're pre Tiamat coming out of the fucking ocean.
So we're pre-Eternals.
Maybe.
So that's because
in the beginning of the episode.
So there were things that happened before we get into the thing.
The big moment?
Yes. Because all right, so season 3 of Daredevil ends. Fisk goes back to jail. And then the next time we see Fisk is in Hawkeye. Completely out of jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? He freaking manipulated the FBI.
Oh wait, no, this has to be way after blip, right?
Yeah.
The beginning has to be way after blip because Hawkeye's post blip.
Yep.
And so is She-Hulk.
Yep.
And Matt is in She-Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Fisk is in
Hawkeye.
Okay.
And Echo.
Yes. But they did talk about in the beginning when Vanessa's talking about what she's being with the bad guy, like the mob people, the guy not wearing his tracksuit anymore.
Yeah.
But the time frame that this takes place is the big confusion because Rogers the musical exists.
It's not that confusing now because this would put us current day and date in the MCU after the year time jump.
So, but are we? Because we're gonna have to talk about the thing first.
Well, the thing that doesn't make sense as far as where Fisk is, he got out of jail somehow. We don't know how he got out of jail. There's ways with a guy with his influence to get out.
Sure.
He started up his criminal empire again because he's influential.
let's look into this here.
So wait. Can we just are we going to talk spoilers? Because we could say spoiler alert.
Well, yeah, we're gonna spoil the shit out of
Spoiler
this.
alert.
But this is leading into it.
Yes, but there will be spoilers.
If Fisk blips and then return post blip, it very much puts him on the street again for Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yes.
And would explain why in Hawkeye he's not at the peak of his power like he was.
Yeah, why he's using like trust a bro, why he's trying to build, and why he's doing stuff like. Actually, no, he was alive. He didn't blip.
Because, or he was alive, and they let him out.
Yeah, because he gave the order for Maya's dad to get killed. Maya's dad was killed by Hawkeye as Ronin.
You're right.
Ronin only exists after the blip, so he was
Right.
not blipped. That
Right.
logic dictates that.
But even that lends to the fact that in that world, if half the population's gone, more than likely jails were emptied.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is it. It makes sense. It's making sense.
Right.
And a guy like that could use this to his advantage to get out and
Right.
then take greater advantage.
Because he was a known, like, powerful figure.
Yeah, he had influence.
You're gonna want those when half the fucking population is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like him being free was a necessity.
If nothing else, he could finagle his way out.
Yes.
He could use his influence to get out, to spin that kind of tale like I could help.
But man, it just the
But
shit
yeah.
he did in season 3 is like, you manipulated the feds.
But did he admit to that, or did he just go back to prison under the previous charges he had? Because he might have gotten out.
It was Nadim's death. What was it? Dying declaration or something like that. That Foggy said you can't. It will you can't dispute it. You can't dispute someone's dying declaration because they know they're gonna die.
Well, I feel like we're picking some nits on this one.
I know it's just those little things. Okay,
I think our explanation makes it all fall into place, though.
But then Daredevil Born Again starts up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And starts up with such a joyous opening. Our 3 leads just having a fun night, hanging out in a place we know and love. They're chilling in Josie's, doing shots. Everyone's happy, and it's so fucking obvious that something bad's about to go down.
I got that feeling at first, and I was like, well, it's way too fucking early. Like maybe a building's gonna blow up, but like, come on.
Yeah, it was too. It was too happy.
It was too positive, way too positive. Matt and Karen are kind of like dancing around their relationship, but being nice about it, and like Foggy's hitting on a chick, and it's going well. Josie's pouring free drinks for people. It's like, oh, this is the best night of their lives. You expect maybe the bar would get fucked up, but you don't. The second he walked outside
with the phone call,
I knew.
I was like, fuck me. And Ashley turns to me and she goes, they're not. And I was like, I don't know.
I knew. I absolutely knew.
When they showed his,
she might have been more devastated than I was when it all went down, because she was just like, we are not even halfway through the episode.
We're not even 20 minutes in.
Not even 5 minutes into the episode.
Yeah.
When Foggy was on the phone and it was just like, oh, he's coming, he's coming for me. They're coming for me. They're coming for me. And you saw Bullseye's gauntlet.
Yeah, you saw the thing on his hand. You're like, okay, now we know who's involved.
Yeah.
As soon as he's out in the open on the street, My
Yeah.
first thought was, is he going to kill both of them?
Yo, that's what I was thinking. And in my head, I'm like, that's such a bitch move on Disney's part to be like, well, we heard the outcry from the fans. We wanted to bring them both back, but like, this is our toy now, so we're gonna fucking kill what you love. We're gonna full on Disney parents, both of them. And I would have been fuck it. I would have probably turned it off.
So I knew Karen wasn't gonna die because stupid Facebook kept saying, she's gonna return for season 2.
Well,
So is he.
yeah.
Yeah, that would that. Okay, spoilers. If you haven't caught on by now, everybody out there.
If you care about Daredevil, you've watched the episode.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
If you haven't, you're gonna want to skip ahead at least another 5 fucking minutes.
at 5.
Oh, I think we've not buried the lead well enough. They've got to know by this point that Franklin Foggy Nelson takes a sniper shot pretty
And
much to the heart.
You know what those fucking pricks did too?
Hmm.
Is they gave you a little hope because he doesn't die instantly.
No.
No.
The heart.
They didn't give me hope. They twisted the knife.
I was like, oh, maybe, okay. So the season's gonna be Foggy's gonna be recovering from like nearly dying, and that's what's gonna stop Matt from doing Daredevil stuff because that's our story.
That was the only hope I had.
And I was like, this is really fucked up. And then at that point, I was like, well, if that's the case, they're going to shoot Karen too, but they're not going to kill. They're not going to kill anybody.
They need at least one of them walking around talking to Matt. So yeah, put Foggy in a hospital for the entire season. Okay, that gives a lot of impetus for decisions.
Right.
Do you know who directed that episode?
No.
The guys who directed The Endless.
Really?
Yeah, they directed episodes of Moon Knight.
Oh.
Okay.
Those guys are really good. And they talk about how that scene with Daredevil and Bullseye, you may not notice it the whole time. You're hearing the heartbeat.
Yes. The
Yeah.
whole
Oh,
time.
yeah.
And it's fading.
Yes.
And it's fading.
Yes.
They talked about the camera isn't necessarily from anyone's perspective. It's an omniscient camera that's just traveling with it as like an impending doom, aided by the sound of the heartbeat.
I do have the fight scene on the roof was the choreography was insane.
Now, sadly, there was some limp CGI in the
There
fight scene,
was.
A little bit.
but the actual moves and the things that were going on and the absolute disregard for life that was straight up Bullseye, just randomly killing people with throwing blades, is so Bullseye.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
No.
Zero fucks given.
Put so many freaking knives in Matt. It was insane, and he kept going.
Yeah.
Bro, when the dude comes up on the roof and Matt's looking like a fucking pincushion.
Yeah.
But I loved the fact that it wasn't Bullseye does this and he's dominant the whole time. He's fucked up so hard that Matt comes at him like a goddamn rhino and puts him on his back heel. So he is running scared this whole time. And when he gets on the roof and he's like slowly trying to get away and Matt does that fucking Spider-Man drop onto the stairwell roof.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, that is such good stuff.
Matt just straight up just breaks his leg. Like you could see the way he just totally just went in on Dex's leg. It just snap. Just
It's almost like I've been being kind to you this whole fucking time.
They did not hold back on brutality.
no.
They didn't hold back on vulgarity.
You
either,
did.
on the
They
No,
didn't.
but I mean, they did Deadpool, so
Yeah.
I'm not the vulgarity didn't bother me.
But it's not over the top. It's
No.
like one or two fucks an episode.
Now,
the
you
way
did not-
people should talk.
Joe, you didn't finish. You didn't get to episode.
I didn't
2.
start episode 2 yet. I yeah.
If you thought the brutality in the first episode was something, wait until you get to the end of fucking episode 2.
I do know one Frank Castle is in episode 2, so
No.
No, he's not.
He's probably showing up in 3.
No, really?
There's an apartment fight at the end of 2.
It is stomach turning.
Really?
Matt
kept thinking,
he hasn't fought anybody in a year, and he lets it out.
Bro.
So here's my big thing.
The skull shows up in the episode. Frank doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
In an
Yes.
interesting way, setting
Yeah.
up something that's real
And
world related.
I fucking love that they did that.
Yeah. That's a reference to shit that's going on in the real world. This whole thing is this Mayor Fisk
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It's kind of crazy how many shows are using actual politics and the zeitgeist, which I don't like using that word, to fuel their stories and doing it well.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause this right here and just kind of backtrack a little bit. So Matt gives up being Daredevil. A year pass. Okay.
Yeah.
When does She-Hulk take place?
She-Hulk takes place prior to the events at the beginning of this show.
So what gets me with that is him and Karen were very.
They were friend flirty. They were not dating.
Don't forget, She-Hulk was 2022. So there was more than enough time for
Okay,
him
okay.
to meet her, them hook up, him come back to LA, meet her family, and then be like, you know what? Let's just be friends.
Yeah.
Your cousin's a
Yeah.
Hulk, and he's got
You
a
live in
weird
LA.
kid now.
I live in New York. We know we're superheroes. If we ever need a hand, we know where to look. But
Right.
like,
Okay, that was
let's go on with our lives.
that was the one that I was just like, okay, She-Hulk, where does this fit? But
Yeah.
okay, all right, now we could go to
Okay.
yeah, but wow, Fisk, just
He hasn't done anything yet, and he's still great.
how has D'Onofrio not gotten any like award nomination for being
Bro.
Fisk?
Kyle put it best in his message to me last night. He's like, I'm really upset about Foggy, but at least I now get to watch the master class that is D'Onofrio.
He's so good.
His performance in the second episode is by far the best job he's done.
Really,
Wilson Fisk in all of the seasons.
that's the bar is so high with him.
There's a moment in his office where there has BB shown up. Did she show up in the first episode?
BB, yes,
You'd know.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't see her.
No,
yet,
you watch her
but you watch
video.
her.
Yeah. Does it reveal who she is? Right? Like we all know in the first episode. You don't.
Her name is mentioned.
Yeah, we don't see her.
quickly. Her name is mentioned quickly. Her full name is mentioned very quickly in the first episode.
Okay. When
So
it's revealed,
it's not spoiling anything to tell him.
yeah. Her name is BB Urich.
What do I
She's
know
Ben Urich's niece.
Oh.
And she gets an interview. I'll give you this much. She gets an interview with Fisk, and it is so uncomfortable when he finds out her name.
Yes, it is. It's there's that scene and another scene he has in his office, which that scene is the best Kingpin acting he's
the
ever
cheesesteak
fucking
scene,
done. Dude. It is like a fucking meal.
Yeah,
The scene.
you're wondering the whole time: is he still Fisk? Is he still the Kingpin?
So fucking good.
He lets the Kingpin out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Because to be
just enough.
In the first episode, seeing the diner.
When he walks in that room and clears the room except for everybody with Vanessa, he'll always be the Kingpin.
Oh, yeah.
Which is in the second episode, the commissioner tries to tell him, you can play all you want to. I know who you are.
Yeah, that's another great fucking scene, and he barely does any lifting in that scene, but just his fucking being.
Yeah, his facial reactions to what to the honesty being said to him.
Yes.
When he starts doing the
finger thing, that's the only thing. Like it's a D'Onofrio thing, so it's not like he chose it for the character. If you watch him in other movies, he does that all the time.
The hand thing.
Yeah,
but he really gets into it for Fisk when Fisk is nervous.
Exactly. When Fisk starts getting,
he's a character with a lot of tells.
Yes.
But he's so powerful in so many ways, it doesn't matter. He's got so much leverage that he could just say what he's going to do to people to them. And it'll get done.
The two scenes in episode 2
Oh,
And one of them involves a new character.
okay.
I mean, both of them involve a new character.
Well, yeah, he's got his new Wesley, his new British Wesley.
Yeah.
BB's there, but the one we want to talk about is I can't. His name hasn't stuck with me yet. It's Daniel something, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Michael
Oh,
Gandolfini's character.
okay. Yes.
Way too exuberant. Way too happy to be there, guy.
Scroll.
I'm not thinking Skrull. I don't think they're gonna go that sci-fi with this. They're gonna try and keep it down. They're gonna try and keep it personal. I think he's actually Fisk's son.
I mean, I'm not against that idea.
I'm not either.
And
We
he
talked
knows
Side
Yeah.
of the show.
we did a back and forth about this, Justin
Yeah.
and I. I think he knows he's Fisk's son, and Fisk suspects it based on his last name.
Yeah.
And when it's revealed to Fisk, he'll be indifferent about it, and it's
Okay.
going to set him off.
So, one thing that is I know because I haven't watched season episode 2, but okay, Fisk getting ready to be mayor where I'm at. He's getting ready. You know, he's elected mayor.
Great ending to that episode.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You want to talk cinematography?
Oh, so good. But his whole stance on vigilantes. Here's one.
Justified from his perspective, but so full of shit.
Well, yes, but Daredevil is Hell's Kitchen. What is Spider-Man to him?
He mentions him.
No fucking way.
Not by name, but by description.
He mentions him by name.
Oh, we have people swinging around dressed like spiders.
No way.
Yeah, he mentions it. Like he's not the only one.
Yeah.
Like they are not shying from the fact that this is taking place in the MCU.
It's got because you're in New York. There's
Yeah.
there's a whole big.
It's handled. Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
I won't be shocked if Spider-Man is like a digital insert in the background of a scene at some point.
Gotta be.
No, that would actually cost them a lot of money because Sony still owns the rights, but they don't own the rights to Tom Holland's face.
True.
So he could pop up. They could do a Staying Alive moment where they bump into each other and nothing's even said. And I'd be content with that. Or he just talks to him for a minute and it sets up where Peter's at because he's met this guy before and he doesn't know him. It's the second or third time he's meeting someone from his past life and he still can't get it. Or he's the first person that he gets it out to.
Because
Peter, wait, when did Peter run into
Matt was his lawyer.
Duh, fuck me.
But since the whole thing at the end of No Way Happy, everybody forgot who if they knew he was Spider-Man, they don't. But they don't know who Peter Parker is, and if they did run into each other, Peter would know who
so
Matt
many possibilities.
is.
Yeah.
But Matt would.
I think this is a lot of wishful thinking.
I know.
There's so much more story going on that they have to cover.
I'm just saying that like it's addressed.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Don't worry your pretty little face.
Because
in the same breath that the Punisher's mentioned or referenced, Spider-Man is.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still can't believe fucking Frank Castle is in the MCU.
They're great days.
What the
And
hell?
he's getting his own special
No.
and it's gonna be brutal.
Oh, of
And
course it
and what
is.
they set up with his symbol makes me so fucking excited.
Yeah.
Just
Ripped from reality kind of
Just-
shit.
like
Oh.
it just sucks. I wish we could get the true Civil War, because I would have loved to have seen the Punisher scene from Civil War.
Yeah, but that's not who Cap was in the
No,
MCU.
no,
that
no,
would have
no,
been
no.
forced.
Yeah, it would but that whole part was so good.
For the vast majority of what we've gotten as far as shows go on Disney Plus and the movies, I've been happy. This comeback has me giddy.
Yeah.
It is so well paced. People
Tell
shit
you.
on She-Hulk. I had a lot of fun during it.
between New World Order,
Mhm. Brave New World Order.
Brave New World Order, and this, I feel much better about the direction of things in the MCU.
Roller coasters can't all be highs.
Oh,
We
that's
had to
fine.
have some lows, and now we're kicking back
was
up.
gonna be like it's gonna suck forever.
Yeah,
But like there's a couple things that are questionable, and is like they're going to get their groove back. It's just like a matter of when.
Mhm.
And Cap was a little taste of it, but Born Again is fucking peak performance.
this makes me so hyped
And it's
for
only
Thunderbolts.
we're only 2 fucking episodes in.
Yeah, so much more to digest. I'm so looking forward to Thunderbolts.
Now that is something that I asked you in our message the other night. Where does this fit in time with Thunderbolts?
It's got to be beforehand.
Thunderbolts is probably going to take place after this season.
This season ends right before Thunderbolts drops in theaters. So I'm thinking they've planned this out. You know, they have this laid out to be literally that's happening this week. This stuff is happening in the MCU this week. And Thunderbolts is happening that month, that week that it comes out.
Because they just started filming yesterday season 2 of Born Again.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was all but confirmed that the Defenders are returning in season 2.
Yes, I have.
Kristen Ritter's in town.
Yeah.
Yes. Did they get
all of them?
all of them? Wait.
That Feige wants the reclamation project that is Danny Rand.
Yeah. I didn't hate Finn.
I didn't hate Finn either. Just
he needed work.
It did.
But well, his martial arts needed work. His Danny Rand was strong.
And if anybody's gonna do it,
they got Coulter to come back. That's the big because they did him dirty.
That wasn't Feige.
That wasn't him though. No, that wasn't him. But
I don't think they did him dirty. They put him in a weird place.
And I think if you have the powerhouses of D'Onofrio and Cox all signed up and all were like, look, you've seen it. If you haven't, we're going to talk to you. Like, trust us. We're the ones who, didn't lead you wrong until Netflix fucked us. And, like, do the thing.
Luke Cage was... That series was so good.
So fucking good.
It was so good.
Jessica Jones, too. Because we finished season 1 of Daredevil with James. We're halfway through season 1 of Jessica Jones with him now. And he's just like, I like the action in Daredevil a lot. He goes, but I don't know. I really like this show. And I was like, yeah. And
the psychology of it.
And you're only just getting bits of the Purple Man right now. He hasn't even... We haven't even seen half of Tenet yet.
Tenet, they had one of the best Marvel villains.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Yeah. Everything they did with him, everything the character went through.
Yeah.
He was so good.
And he's such a good fucking actor.
Jessica.
Yeah. Have you follow him on Facebook or anything?
Of course I do.
Him and Michael Sheen's stuff.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They're
fucking
great.
Hilarious. I just this week, I've seen some of the reels pop up, but I just started following him.
I haven't watched Good Omens yet, but I'm going to now just because I enjoy their chemistry.
Yeah. When Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are dead, I am so happy we will have Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaacs and those two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bromances need to stick around, and those are the bromances we're going to have for a while.
Absolutely.
But
All right. So we've kissed this thing's ass for a while. The third episode dropped. We're sitting here burning nightlight. Do we want to do the rest of the show?
Yeah, I don't have much, so let's just get through this.
Okay. Well, let me see. My stories. My news. Most of my news isn't stuff that we're going to get into too crazy much. Yeah. Acclaim is coming back. The video game company Acclaim is coming back.
Were they done with the Mortal Kombat game?
No, because NetherRealms own them. We maybe get some NBA Jam. Who knows?
He's on fire.
The nail in the coffin. One of the consultants on it, though, which makes a person believe that they're going to be doing more than one or two wrestling games, is JEFFJARRET. Jeff Jarrett's consulting for Acclaim.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't know if it is either. Sony has started a leasing program for their systems and peripherals. If you're not sure if you want to own a PlayStation 5 or a PSVR 2 or a Portal, you can lease them for X amount per month. I believe it started in Japan. The pricing I heard about was in the UK. It was £18 a month for a PS5. So roughly 20 to 25 in the States. And it's funny, our cousin-in-law, Gene, hit me up on Messenger the other day, the same day that I read this article. He's like, hey, man, you still selling the PS5? I was like, no, man, that goes really quickly. Like, literally 2 days later, your cousin bought it from me. I was like, nah, sorry, I can't help you. And I remembered that article. I'm like, if you want, because, like, what's Maverick 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe leasing these things. So, yeah, that's an option, too. If you're kind of into gaming these days, but aren't sure, if you already own a PS5 and aren't completely sure about the VR2, that's where I'd say it's the best investment. Because, yeah, you'll probably go in hard. A recent post by James Gunn makes me believe that Lobo will be popping up in Superman.
Superman?
Yes. Let me get it. Let me get the exact post. Where did it go? Where did it go now? It's the exact wording he used that makes me think it's going to happen. Damn it, there's so many stories I save. It wasn't that I'm looking forward to seeing Jason play this character. It was the work he's done as Lobo, I believe is the words.
I mean, they are midway through shooting Supergirl.
Okay, he's showing up in that?
He's the villain.
Yes,
Okay.
he will be the villain.
All right, that makes sense. But it wouldn't be crazy to tease him. Well, he's going to be the antagonist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's all he does is antagonize. Wouldn't be crazy to pop him into Superman somewhere. Nintendo 64 is coming back.
I fucking saw this.
It's making a comeback of sorts. Pre-orders will be coming for this October release of the analog 3D. It's going to be $24.99 or $249.99, not $24.99. That would be a fucking steal and a half. It uses actual N64 cards. It's not like these retro systems where it's all loaded on there. No, you're essentially buying a new N64 that will convert to 4K.
Yeah.
We'll have the option of using Bluetooth controllers that are redesigned versions of the classics without the center thing. So it'll be a bit more streamlined, a little less wacky. But you don't have to shell out for new controllers because there's 4 control ports in the front. Full retro.
I still have my N64 and my controllers.
Yeah.
And a few games. I have GoldenEye still. And I was like, ooh, 4K?
4K GoldenEye, 4 players, slappers.
Oh, God.
My last story this week, BD droids will be coming to Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, they will.
And they will be featured in Mando and Grogu.
And one of the bunch is going to have, I don't remember the name of the species, but Babu Frick's.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like Alarians or something. Or like
Yeah.
they haven't said. Favreau brought him out and mentioned that and said the name of the species. Yeah. When they figure out how to make them in the droid factory, that's the droid I'll be building.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I loved BD-8 and the Jedi games.
Yeah, I loved BDSM.
Is that going to be your number?
I had to stop and think about that before I commented.
I had to stop and not think about it. That's everything I got this week.
Piggybacking off of that, they announced that Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is going to be getting a new mission featuring Mando and Grogu next year.
I wonder if you'll be able to choose it or if it's random, because that's the kind of thing like
It's gonna be the whole system's gonna
it'll be the standard.
yeah,
Okay.
for a while, and then it'll probably let you pick between the two after it gets like a year run. But fuck yeah, dude.
But fuck yeah. I love it. Absolutely. Even though Smuggler's Run didn't need an update, sure. Give it the same treatment you give Star Tours. Every few years it gets a little plussing, a little zhuzhing. But I'd really like them to apply that same thought process to Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
That could use a little something new to make it worth going on.
Kevin Smith is penning an Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob comic.
Snoogans.
It's pretty sweet.
Because Archie has met everyone so far. Why not? It makes a lot more sense for Archie to meet Jay and Silent Bob than the Punisher, and that's already happened.
Yep. Robert Downey Jr. is apparently very, very hands-on with the script for Doomsday.
Well, he's writing the backstory of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whether or not this will be showing up in the movie, this is some of that deeply invested actor stuff where he is fleshing out his character's backstory to add depth.
Yeah.
Speaking of Robert Downey Jr., did you guys see the video from South by Southwest of him talking about some Stark Tech with
I
Disney?
did, but that's part of my other podcast.
Okay.
I can't give it all away on this one, bro. Japan
The whole country?
has developed a new form of plastic which dissolves in seawater in hours and breaks down in soil in 10 days, boosting soil health with nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen. It's as strong as regular plastic, but leaves no harmful microplastics. And it's a big step towards ending plastic pollution and supporting sustainable farming.
Yay, Japan. Hey, Joe, doesn't he look like Stephen Colbert from like the glasses up right now?
What do you think, people out there? Comment on this because you can watch this on Spotify and on YouTube.
I am full of truthiness.
Would you fuck me?
Was she a great big fat person?
The Russos, Joe Russo specifically,
The
said that the upcoming Avengers movies will take loose inspiration from the Secret Wars comic book series of both the 80s and 2010s. He goes, we always create our own version of the story, but that's where the inspo is coming from. We're getting Battle World, bitches.
Battle World, baby.
Oh.
Some version of Battle
Yeah.
World. And if that key art is to be believed, some really interesting versions of Battle World.
Another uplifting science bit here. Michel Voss, the founder of Cocoa Pallet, is transforming the logistics industry by creating eco-friendly shipping pallets made entirely from coconut husks. These innovative pallets offer a biodegradable and sustainable alternative to traditional wood pallets, significantly reducing the need for deforestation.
If these innovations are adopted seriously, like tomorrow, if these things are picked up and run with and exponentially used more and more within our lifetimes, we could see a clean ocean. We could see minimal deforestation.
I'm just going to put it out there. COVID lasted about a year.
The intense part was about 6 months.
Right, in full lockdown, right? Yeah. And we saw the effects of just 6 months of people backing the fuck off of doing what they normally do, still existing on the planet. But like, when the water in the Venice canals was fucking clear, just after 6 months, like, it's possible to reverse these things. It is possible to, like, you could still live life kind of like how you're doing now, but like, maybe don't be so fucking destructive about it. Like, that plastics thing, awesome. This coconut pallet thing, fucking incredible.
And there are many other innovations like that out there that you see the memes pop up of, like, was avocado pits being used to make utensils that'll break down within a year or two.
Oh, dude, avocado utensils are absolutely amazing. Disney has some avocado utensils.
Yeah. So like, come on, man, let's do this shit. What's
Just
that?
buy an electric car, just not a Tesla. There you go.
Buy a Rivian.
Buy
Rivian's
Rivian. They're so nice.
Buy a Lucid. I've invested in them. Yeah, that's right. I'll say it flat out. I need my Lucid stock to go
Dude,
up.
if I could afford one, I'd buy one in a heartbeat. The Lucids are so nice.
Fucking Hangman Adam Page drives the Rivian truck on AEW.
Dude, there's an R1S. Well, they're coming out with the R2 and the R3 soon, and the R3
Yeah.
is semi-affordable for now.
Okay, I think that's it news-wise for me, guys. I think it's food time.
Food time.
Well, let's wait for Kyle to get back.
I kind of think food news should have like a theme song.
Really should have a theme song by now. Let's do this, motherfucker. Icy and Peeps are getting together for, you guessed it, marshmallow Peeps flavored ices.
They're just called Icy Peeps.
I was really hoping it was going the other way. Icy flavored Peeps would be edible.
Yes, that would be really good.
Peeps flavored icy?
Not so much.
You have lost me. Speaking of lost, all right, it looked like we lost. You were like cycling or something.
Like, yeah, it was weird.
Oh.
It was very weird. Yeah, they had icy flavored Peeps,
Mhm.
cherry.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
get
now,
that.
now they reversed, so Peeps flavored icy.
They crossed the streams.
Available on Amazon later this week, and in stores later in March. You can get Sour Patch and Swedish Fish Glow Ups. They are black light enabled gummies.
How is it possible that there's nothing in there that'll give you cancer?
I'm sorry to laugh because
It's because they're covered in edible confetti,
that stuff.
so it's edible glitter. It's completely safe. You
But
might
like
shit sparkle,
blacklight reflective, it said? Like blacklight reactive?
so it'll glow. It just glows differently.
Okay.
It's because of the reflectiveness of the edible glitter,
All right.
which is made from certain forms of like plankton,
Mm-hmm.
which then makes sense that the black light makes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's bioluminescent.
There
Yes.
you go. That's
There
the
we
word.
go. Yeah. Bioluminescence does tend to react to black light really well.
Yes. Joe, Taco Bell's got some new shit coming. Dropping March 27th, they have toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's got toasted cheddar wrapped around the outside of the chalupa.
Okay, I can get with that.
The Caliente Cantina chicken nacho fries and burrito.
I got a notification about these Caliente chicken things at Taco Bell.
Yeah. Bluebell ice cream has new banana fudge flavor coming.
That sounds delicious.
I like banana fudge.
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farm remembers Milano's caramel cafe au lait flavor.
What has a better memory, Pepperidge Farms or Baskin Robbins?
Listen, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Baskin Robbins don't play.
Entenmann's mini snack cakes in both birthday party and iced chocolate chip cakes are out there. Frank's Red Hot has a bunch of things going on. Bagel chips, Frank's Red Hot bagel chips. Pop Daddy pretzels from Frank's Red Hot. Pop Daddy pretzels also has Old Bay and French's mustard flavor.
Yeah, they're not angling it towards me at all.
No. San Pellegrino has a bunch of sparkling juices hitting the store shelf soon in lime, peach, blood orange, and cherry. Sprite Chill Strawberry Kiwi dropping March 17th.
I recently tried the Sprite Chill Tropical Mix.
Yes.
Not horrendous.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes. Not good. Not as good as the cherry. Cherry's first favorite.
St. Patrick's Day Krispy Kremes in the house. The Over the Rainbow Donut, a magical St. Patty's Day delight. This fluffy, unglazed, stuffed donut is filled with luscious cake batter flavored cream, dipped in vibrant light green icing and topped with shamrock rainbow sprinkles and a whimsical rainbow sugar piece, also available with a side of insulin. They have the Pot of Gold Donut. Indulge in the ultimate St. Patrick's Day treat. Our signature original glazed donut is dipped in rich gold caramel flavored icing, topped with smooth caramel flavored buttercream, finished with a gold coin glitter sprinkles for a festive touch.
I feel like I've seen this in Disney.
Choco Shenanigans Donut. A chocolate lover's dream with a St. Patrick's Day twist. A pillowy, unglazed shell donut is stuffed with silky white cream filling, dipped in decadent chocolate icing and drizzled with festive green icing, topped with gold coin glitter sprinkles. The St. Patty's Swirl Donut. A swirl of sweet celebration. Our classic original glazed donut is dipped in creamy white icing, swirled with vibrant green icing, and finished with a sprinkle of white and gold standing sugar. And a chocolate iced donut with St. Patrick's Day sprinkles. Those are your St. Patrick's Day Krispy Kreme.
You know, one of these years I'm going to have to try a Krispy Kreme that's not just standard glazed.
You don't have to.
No, it's like Dunkin' Donuts. They're not made there, so it's not like they're fresh. They're like super fresh, like when you get like a regular Krispy Kreme donut.
But at least the 5 seconds in the microwave does wonders.
Does help. It does really fucking help.
You can put a Dunkin' Donut in the oven, in a nuclear reactor. I don't care where the fuck you put it. It's not making it taste better. It's not taking that coffee stank off of it.
Dunkin' Donuts just went downhill so fast.
Yeah.
Dunkin' coffee. Let's just be honest with ourselves. People don't line up around the friggin' block to get donuts anymore.
No, they don't. No.
Man, do you remember? Back in the day? You remember when they had like 20 different flavors of fucking munchkins at all times?
Mm-hmm.
They had coconut munchkins and shit. I miss those days. Anyways,
What name?
Rita's, Skittles Italian Ice,
Good for you.
Red Berry Skittles Italian Ice, and would you know, you can get the Skittles freeze dried popped, sprinkled on top of this, the ice blender, or a fucking Skittles gelati. Come to me on this day with your fucking Skittles, Ritas. See what you're fucking doing here. Just when I found out,
Dangerous.
pull me back in,
Because
motherfucker.
Skittles, when they're frozen, they'd be a cracking hazard.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And puffed Skittles, maybe even more so.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to find out. Joe, another Taco Bell item being launched is the Queso Crisp taco shell. It is a taco shell made entirely of cheese.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I know how I feel. I'd fucking try it.
Just like, it sounds like, so like if it was homemade, it's a different story. But I'm just getting from Taco Bell. I see like
like a processed cheese crisp. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
yeah, like a homemade shell made just of cheese. Like when Beth was doing the keto thing, and
Yes.
Just shell made of cheese. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Is it essentially Berea style, where it's like fried cheese on the outside?
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean, it's a cheese crisp. So normally it's a pile of shredded cheese put on a baking sheet, shoved into an oven until it solidifies and gets all crunchy and crispy. They're delicious.
Oh, trust me, I've had quesadillas done like that. They're fucking incredible.
It's amazing.
Yes.
And swapping out a carb-filled tortilla for a shell of cheese sounds pretty genius.
Mm-hmm. But the Taco
However, it's still made of fucking cheese.
Just picture the pile of grease that you would get
Yeah,
in a Taco Bell wrapper.
It's more of a lateral move than anything else.
Yes.
Yes.
They announced a new flavor of Baja Blast for Taco Bell called Baja Midnight, and it's featuring passion fruit.
I'm just passionate about it.
And the last bit of food news I have here is 7 Up is putting out a new flavor for the summer. 7 Up Endless Summer is watermelon strawberry 7 Up.
7-Up still exists?
Dude, 7 Up is the bomb, bro.
I didn't know it was still a thing.
Cherry 7 Up is delightful.
I kind of enjoy 7-Up better than Sprite. Definitely better than Starry. Starry is not as good.
No, it's not.
Who
It's
7-Up?
Is that Pepsi or are they a standalone?
No, I believe 7 Up is a standalone owned.
It is by Pepsi.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what confused me because I thought Sierra Mist was the new 7-Up.
Sierra Mist became Starry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did actually change the recipe because I've had some pretty stank Sierra Mists lately. Now that I've quit caffeine, I have to have some.
Joe.
Yeah.
It is not
Imported sugar.
owned by Pepsi. It's distributed. by Pepsi.
Okay.
It is
Much-
owned.
Yeah.
It is owned by Dr Pepper.
I was gonna say because that's weird because Dr Pepper is usually distributed by Coca-Cola. Anytime you have a deal like in Wawa where it's 2 bottles of Coke for $13 now, whatever it is, they list Dr Pepper in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Very odd. Very odd. I guess that's a way to get your products out to different places.
Yeah.
Because some companies have deals with Pepsi, some have them strictly with Coke.
So the Dr Pepper company it opts who distributes them
Yes.
because A&W I think is also owned by the same company.
And now root beer, I wouldn't even wouldn't begin to try and guess who owns and distributes what root beer.
So, anyways, that's the food news. Douche in nerd time.
Actually, I've got a what the serious fuck.
Oh, do you now?
You might have heard about this one because it's in the Disney circles. Guest poops all over floor and walls of Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, and people keep standing there.
What?
Yeah.
So I saw this pop up on one of the Disney groups that I'm in, and they're like, "Well, if they keep telling people they can't have gas pass, this is what's going to happen." No, that's not what's going to happen. They're probably 2 completely separate incidences, but let's be realistic here. If you have bowel issues and you can't wait in line, right? Gas pass or not, probably shouldn't be going to a fucking theme park.
Yes.
Like, I'm not one to tell you can't live your life, but like, also don't make your problem everybody else's problem.
Personal responsibility.
Right.
You can also get a return time.
If you're not alone,
You can
and there's
get a
someone that
single
can
rider.
hold your place in line, you can ask a worker, a cast member,
Uh-huh.
to let you back in. Like this person, this is my party line. This is right where I am going to defecate right now.
Yes.
Right.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, and they will.
Yes.
It's Disney.
Yes. They will accommodate that. Like that's what I said. Like if you can't stand in line, you can go get a return time, and you know if the cast member will be like, okay, return at this time. This is the time that you have to wait. That is on the way.
So, like,
you return
the
at this
shit,
time.
the shit was also smeared all over the queue.
Yeah. Did you see the picture?
No.
Yeah, fucking
Ew.
did. It's gross.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The bit on the wall. Luckily,
Why
it was on the
would you
tile.
do that?
Most of it's on the tile. So
Yeah,
Oh,
wrong.
yeah,
No.
that's easy enough to clean. Trust me. Take it from a professional. That's not that hard to clean.
But
it's the wall stuff.
it's
It's definitely what the series. Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you? I don't know if you guys do this on Cosmic Rewind. When you're walking through the wonders of Xandar, you just look at everybody and go, "They're all dead. This place is destroyed."
Oh, that's cold blooded.
But they are.
Fucking rude.
If you think about it, in the current universe, Xandar is done.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They said
Thanos
Thanos wiped out
destroyed it.
Xandar. in Infinity War.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he didn't use the stone. to wipe
No,
them out.
he just killed them
Fucking
all.
killed them.
Yeah.
They're not all dead though. We know that there is some
Some survivors. Yeah.
Nova left
The
because
guy
Nova is showing up in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and the guy who was supposed to buy the power gem, the power stone from Quill, showed up in Guardians 3.
Yes,
So
he
some
did.
people made it out.
Right.
Yeah.
The broker, I believe he's
Yes.
the broker.
That's it.
My douche of the week is Dana White for hosting Andrew Tate and his brother over the weekend.
Dude, there's nothing that infuriates me more currently, even more than Trump, is the fucking Tate brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I people better be around me if there's ever a time that we are in close proximity to them, because I will go to jail. I'm not even
pieces
kidding.
of shit. They're fucking scumbags. How could you
fucking kill them?
How could you fucking have these people? Like, I understand if they bought a ticket. You know what? It's a free
No,
country.
you can't, because they shouldn't even be in our fucking country.
It really shouldn't. The fact that they were allowed in is horrendous.
They're so bad that Ron DeSantis, when he found out they landed in Florida of all places, was like, "Get them the fuck out of my state." Ron fucking DeSantis.
Yeah, when Ron DeSantis is doing the right thing, as far as you go,
The fucking problem.
yeah.
I hate them.
So
Hate
fuck Dana.
them.
I have not been happy with Dana White for a while, given
He's a piece of shit.
his proximity to Trump, to all things horrible.
He's always been a piece of shit. It's taken a long time for people to realize how big of a piece of shit Dana White really is. But like when the video popped off a few years ago of him just like beating his wife in a bar,
Oof.
I didn't even hear about that.
you never saw that video?
No.
Fucking, it's out there still. Watch it. Yeah, he is grade A trash. Not, I mean, pretty close, but not nearly as bad as the Tate brothers. I fucking hope something horrible happens to them soon.
Birds of a feather, I suppose.
Yeah, fuck all them. Fuck Donald the idiot Trump, just for everything he does. But a big one this time. Did you hear about the student who was leading a peaceful protest that he had ICE come and arrest and lock up and threaten to deport, even though he's got a green card?
Yeah. Well, I just watched the clip. She hit him too. So these fucking idiots are meant for each other.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why they
Yeah.
didn't separate.
Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck both of them. They're both assholes. Yeah. That is absolute abuse of power. This notion of deporting people for illegal protesting.
Yeah.
So you can attack people in a government building. You can kill people and get pardoned. But protesting without what? A permit?
Yeah.
Get you deported.
Yeah.
Add that to the list of fuck you, Donald things.
Fuck all them. I got nerds though.
I got one nerd.
Go with yours.
Michael Sheen,
Okay.
close personal friend of David Tennant, as we mentioned earlier, canceled 1 million pounds of debt, which is approximately 1.2 million freedom dollars. He did the. I as a person who can do this with that much money, and he's come out and said that he is not working for profit anymore. He's working to make enough money to survive, and then using the excess to better the world. He bought $1 million or $1.2 million worth of debt and forgave it for 900 people.
Nice.
He bought it for £100,000 because he bought it from a debt consolidation company. So yeah, he's using the system against it. Now I don't know if he can also write this off on his taxes. I hope he can, but if he can't, all the better. You're doing something positive in this world. So yes, Michael Sheen, great guy. Despite the fact that he was in the Twilight movies, nobody's perfect.
Not to backtrack here, but apparently the Donald went and got a fucking Tesla today.
Oh, that horse shit.
And he says that any violence against Tesla dealerships will be labeled domestic terrorism. Oh, you are.
Wait. Hold on. So he bought a Tesla when he's trying to stop all the states from building.
Well, it's because Elon's company's fucking tank.
The man who spent nearly a decade decrying electronic vehicles,
Mhm.
saying they're bad, they don't get you anywhere, you have to recharge them every 2 minutes, they don't make any sense, is now supporting his patron. Let's call it what he is. The guy who got him in fucking office. Guy who spent $270 million.
He's openly admitted twice now in interviews that the election was rigged for him.
Yeah. And what was illegal boycotts. But radical left lunatics, as they often do, are trying to illegally and collusively boycott Tesla. You can't illegally boycott.
No.
The two words don't. You can legally choose to not buy something and tell your friends you shouldn't buy this thing because of this reason. Perfectly legal. The epitome of American values.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? Not spend my money on your product because I think you're a piece of shit.
And you know what? It does suck because I test drove a Tesla. That car was phenomenal. Will I buy one? No, because I don't want to support him. But
yeah, he's a cunt.
It sucks because they do make great cars. It sucks.
The transparency of this action. If you can't fucking see through something like this, you might be retarded. You might have a mental deficiency. You can't see how.
It's not even a mental deficiency, Mike. It is a cult.
Yes.
His people, anything he says or does, they take as like the gospel, and it's frightening.
And in classic cult fashion, you'll change gears, you'll shift lanes, and even though you've been told for how long by this person,
now
this is bad,
all these assholes that really love him are all going to run out and get Teslas now,
if they can afford it.
But here's the fucking kicker, right? They can't fucking charge them anywhere now.
Yeah.
That also the federal rebate that
gone.
Was the reason I got my car because I got $11,500 off my car. If I didn't have that rebate, that wasn't happening.
Yeah,
it wasn't happening. It's gone. The lack of chargers that the states are now that we're going to build is paused, halted, frozen, and it sucks because my car, my Equinox gets better range than my Forester did.
I mean, he's about to get himself thrown out of office. I don't know if you followed what happened with that. I'm going to get to it in a minute.
I'd be shocked if he lasts another year. He is undermining his base so hard.
Wait.
These town hall meetings, he is throwing the rest of the GOP to the fucking wolves.
He is. Yeah, but they stopped holding him. So now the Dems racking it in, and they're like, we'll come to your fucking town. And they're like, okay. And then you have your enemy going to these towns that voted for him, and they're like, we'll answer your questions. Well, what is he thinking? Well, here's the information I have for you.
Yeah.
They're getting the information you didn't want them to have in the fucking first place. You were shooting yourself. We'll get to the whole thing. He legally, I will be surprised if he's not removed very soon, given something that's taking place. But first, nerds. A tiny government agency bravely defies MAGA oligarch Elon Musk by blocking his Doge foot soldiers from forcing their way into the office the other day. Staffers working at the U.S. African Development Foundation, which has a relatively minuscule budget of just $40 million, blocked a Doge team from entering their building yesterday for over an hour, and as yet unprecedented act. Roughly 30 U.S. ADF employees were working at the building when the Doge henchmen, described as two very young men, arrived. The Doge boys lied and claimed to be U.S. ADF staff who didn't have their key card for entry. Security guard informed the staff in the building, and they directed him to the block entry because the Doge boys matched the description of Doge staffers who had previously visited the agency to introduce themselves. The Doge boys then threatened the security guard, stating that they would call the U.S. Marshals to force their way in. The guard relented, but when Doge reached the U.S. ADF floor, the staffers refused to grant them entry. So they blocked them out. Good. Everybody fucking should.
Stand your ground.
Bravo. Next up. The other night at the Dropkick Murphys concert. Did you guys hear about this one?
Mm-hmm.
Joe, was that a yes?
No.
Okay. So, the lead singer. Where's the fucking story go? Yeah, there we go. Wildly popular punk band, the Dropkick Murphys, interrupt their own concert to challenge a MAGA fan in the crowd to a hilarious wager, and ends up humiliating Donald Trump in the process. This is the best viral moment we've seen in ages. The video is available online. He said, Ken Casey, lead singer of the group, the reason we speak out, we don't care if we lose fans, because when history is said and done, we want it known that the Dropkick Murphys stood with the people, we stood with the worker, okay? And it's all a fucking scam, guys. I want to propose, in the name of decency and fairness, sir, I'd like to propose a friendly wager. You can't lose this wager, Casey said to a man in the audience wearing MAGA gear. Would you, in the name of dialogue and discourse, and I appreciate you being here, would you agree to a friendly wager? He says, sure, that's a good sport, said Casey. Well, first of all, do you support American workers? Asked Casey. The man claimed that he did. Because of course you do, of course you do. So, and you support American businesses, obviously, asked Casey. So I don't know if you guys know about it, because we don't go around fucking bragging about it, but Dropkick Murphys always sells proudly made in America merchandise only. Casey then held up a Dropkick Murphy shirt that had been made in America. He goes, and here's the bet I'd like to make, he continued, Casey. If you lose the bet, we switch shirts, okay? If you win the bet, I give you $100 and the shirts, right? That's why I said you can't lose. All right, Matt, can we get a little drum roll, please? Casey said the drummer, Matt Kelly. Kelly complied. This is fucking... Both turn backwards, please. Don't worry, no one's gonna... He just needs to check your tags on your shirt and your hat. Just need to see where they're made. Says, no, the MAGA shirt, let's see where that's made. Member of the band's crew then checked the man's MAGA merchandise and discovered it was made in Nicaragua. He says, oh, it's made in Nicaragua. Casey shouted triumphantly as the crowd roared. Oh, he's a good sport. He's taking the shirt off. We're taking crime off the streets. God bless your fucking heart. Added Casey, tossing the man a band t-shirt. That's a good sport. You get one proudly made in America Dropkick Murphy shirt. So, bravo, Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah, it's a very judicial way to get one shitty T-shirt out of the crowd.
It's a very Dropkick Murphys thing.
Very. Okay. Now. First, to the Supreme Court for throwing it out there that, and the United States attorney or district judge of the U.S., Christopher Cooper in Washington, who was like, I'm giving you a mandate. Doge has to release all of its records on operations because it's running in secrecy and it's not supposed to be. That's one. Two, Trump launched a war. Trump's orders targeting law firms raise constitutional concerns. So, executive orders terminating security clearances and taking other actions against two prominent law firms may violate constitutional protections and represent exceptional acts of retribution against lawyers who have crossed him in the past. Perkins Coie represented the campaign of 2016 Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, who Trump defeated in his first presidential run. Covington and Berlin currently represents Jack Smith, the special counsel appointed during Democratic former President Joe Biden's administration, who brought criminal charges against Trump in two cases. Now, Trump is going after them.
Mm-hmm.
The first law firm retaliated today with articles saying that it is against the Constitution and the seat of the presidency to exact such maneuvers, and it is moving quickly. If it is found to be that he is using his authority to go against them, which it seems pretty fucking clear cut to anybody, he can be removed as the president. I hope so.
There's a short list of executive orders that he recently signed, and one of them that really sticks out to me is he signed an executive order requiring any plaintiff wishing to challenge the legality of his actions in court to provide upfront a bond covering the totality of the government's legal cost to be forfeited in full if the case fails.
Yes.
That's not how the law works.
No. He also doesn't seem to understand how executive orders work.
Mm-hmm.
He can write as many as he wants. Doesn't mean that they go into effect.
No. And he's a fucking hypocrite because he ran in 2016 on the notion that Obama did nothing but sign executive orders and couldn't work a deal for his life.
He's doing all this because he didn't want to fucking go to jail. That's all this was.
That's
Musk used Starlink, helped him procure the victory, however you want to say it, whether he stole the entire thing or just fudged a couple numbers here or there.
Mm-hmm. Then crashed all those Starlink satellites.
Yes.
To cover up the information.
Right. And then now he's doing everything he can to make sure that by the end of his presidency, he can pardon himself and his family. They get off scot-free, or so he thinks, if he makes it that long, whether it be from natural causes, outside forces, or the fact that he gets removed from the presidency because he's a fucking idiot. All this to say, please vote for Justin Patterson in the next election. I will be old enough. I'm smarter than...
You currently are.
What?
Old enough. It's
35.
No,
I am currently old enough. That's right.
Yeah, it's 35.
And I believe that our two-party system is very fractured and is causing more problems than fixing in this country. And we're going to do something about that. By we, I mean like me and a team of people that are that should know what they're doing.
He's going to hire all the best people.
No Fox News hosts here. Maybe a Nerdaties host or two for something.
Can I be your technology guy?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, cool.
Just appoint me to the head of the Kennedy Center. I hear they need a new head since he fired the fucking head.
Would you put on some good concerts? It's like some bring back the good concerts.
I would book so many good concerts. Yeah, he fired the head of the Kennedy Center and placed himself.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Like probably
that'll be a day one change.
Yeah.
For me. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. It's been a hefty show. Let's take it home.
I'm putting the Muppets in charge of the Kennedy Center. Everybody loves Muppets. They'll have Lady Gaga.
Can you imagine Statler and Waldorf?
Actually,
permanent pictures.
She's my nerd, by the way. Did you guys watch her monologue for Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
The Igor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Just call it out. Yeah, it wasn't a good movie, folks. And I promise I will not make Joker 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Sorry about that.
She's a rare one. She definitely seems pretty down to earth despite her artsy fartsiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like what you hear, follow us wherever you get your fine free podcasts. Facebook.com/Nerdaties, @Nerdaties on Twitter, @Nerdaties on Instagram. Nerdaties@gmail.com if you want to reach out and touch us. I mean, email us, whatever. Nerdaties.com. It's an antique of a website. There's trailers from movies like 10 years ago that aren't there because I haven't updated it.
I think you can see the HTML code on there.
Yeah,
you probably
could. Probably.
Looks like a MySpace page.
Just ignore it. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/nerdities. Buy our cool shirts. There's an Exposing James shirt now. There's you
The
know,
Weekend,
the weekend. Yeah, the weekend.
trivia.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
No.
do the Council of Nah?
Yeah, we definitely need a Council of Nah shirt. Come on, bro. There is the Tinfoil Hat Society shirt, but the Council of Nah needs its own shirt.
I freaking love that.
Someone commented on that on our newest Tinfoil Hat video.
Really?
And they're like, YouTube knows me so well. This fucking airport, that horse is creepy as fuck. And I was like, I didn't message back yet.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Thank you for commenting.
Yeah, thanks for commenting, man. But anyway, yeah. Sinfulcreationsbysjustin.com. Eat stuff. Check out Can't Stop the Rope Drop if you're into family friendly Disney and travel related stuff. That's me and my wife and the kids. We're on TikTok as well.
Check us out on youtube.com, youtube.com/nerdities. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Nerdities. Thank you for the new subscribes and commenting and liking the videos. You'll be able to see this video of our podcast, the one above all, on YouTube and Spotify. I'm not sure how Spotify works with the videos, but I know it's there.
I'm not either, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out. So, yeah, you'll be able to watch the one above all on YouTube and Spotify. Remember, March 25th will be our next live on trivia night on YouTube.
What kind of trivia night is it?
It will be Disney trivia. Dun, 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 dun. 8 p.m. Eastern. Remember, you have to log in to your YouTube account / Google account. It's all the same thing. To interact with us, because there are audience participation prizes.
There are prizes, and it's Disney night.
So we know we know you're out there, people who know Disney things.
So Pat will do really well this night.
What I'm saying is there's going to be probably a Disney related prize.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep it on brand. We're gonna theme this shit up. There better
It's not a free vacation, so get that out of your phone.
Yeah, no, we can't afford that. But if there are
some,
I know I'm jumping ahead, but if there are people who want to sponsor Nerdaties and give us money, and who are we shouting out? Are we shouting out anybody?
well, nobody yet. We haven't confirmed anything.
Yeah, not until they fucking put money in the pocket, bro.
Yeah.
So I still can't say.
Liquid Death got that free ride for a while.
Yeah, we're not gonna say killer water anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we also have. Speaking of Disney, we have the season 2 of Nerdaties coming soon. We have the final installment of the Joe trilogy.
Eventually.
We have the Justice League.
We have a script for it.
We do have a script. We have a shooting time date.
It's the cast and whether they can get their heads out of their asses.
It's one of them. It's not me. It's one. It's one of them.
Well, I can already tell you it's not happening this month. It's not. I don't foresee it happening until maybe June or July.
Oh shit.
Well, my schedule's still open.
It'll give me time to try to get more muscles.
Next month we face Easter, which means Kyle's going to be schedule heavy for like the first 3 weeks. May is a madhouse for me. We got Mother's Day weekend. We got Zach's birthday. Then it's Memorial Day is the end of the month. We're already going to be filming season 2 of Nerdaties by that point.
Yes, because there will be.
Because we're the reliable ones.
There will be a special that will actually air on the
special. June, you are away.
Yes, and then you are away.
I am away.
I'm staying home.
Yeah, you didn't come on this one.
I don't have money for that. Well, I do, but I'm not saying it.
This is the most free trip I'm taking. It's DVC points,
Mm.
right? And we all have. It's all of our second time on our annual pass, so it's already paid for.
Yeah.
I have almost $1,000 in gift cards, which is buying our food. It is going to only cost me $200 or $300 in gas to go on vacation.
That's kind of where we're at with this one too, because annual pass is this is trip 2.
Yeah, but you guys need to fucking bite the bullet on the DVC. You're going now.
I know. I need money.
Yeah, but think of all the money you're spending in on the hotels.
I know. It's
Like I'm not. By no means am I paid by them to like force people to do it. I'm just in a financial sense.
It does make sense.
It
You're going.
does. It's the
initial down payment.
It's the initial down payment that's the killer. And I should have pulled the trigger like 10 years ago when I was looking at it for the first time, because 200 points was 20 grand.
But like you are spending more money in hotels now.
Oh yeah.
Than if you were to have. I mean, financing's an option with them. You know that.
Yeah, it's the down payment that's the killer.
But even the down payment's not that bad right now.
Right. Just if I didn't have
you don't have to. You could start at 100 points.
I know. We were looking at we looked at that. We took the tour. The tour was nice.
No.
It was nice.
Anyways,
yes.
That's neither here.
Give us money. We need money.
Yeah.
Money.
What we're saying is we're broke.
Yeah. Give us money.
And remember, soon Patterson for Prez.
Vote now.
The opinions of the Nerdies crew are idiotic and poorly thought out, but don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.